we tell people about it. That's what I want to do with this club, is that make it fun. And yes, we'll do projects, but also again I want to do projects that are going to be fun. um, so yeah, so engage members, that's my priority for this year. We have 29 plus the 15. I want to engage them, I want to celebrate them, I want them to be important and heard in this club. Boost membership, of course. I want to do a lot of fundraisers. That's an idea, but we can get there. I don't want to make really big fundraisers like we do the Dilworth Jubilee or Party in the Park, but little fundraisers. Just want to sprinkle, and even if we do, with you. Yes. So it's going to be not one big fundraiser, but every project that we do, I want to raise funds for that. So I don't want to just take it out of the club. I want to, if we are going to donate $2,000 to UNC Charlotte, I want to do a tiny fundraiser. And even if we collect 500, that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be in a form of a party. um, Volunteer initiatives. I'll talk more about this interactive and interesting programs. I'm going to tell you what interactive programs are going to be, but again, it's an idea and anybody can ask me any questions whenever. Look, yes, it is Ranjit. Yeah. So then projects, obviously you want to do local and global projects. I'd like to do some projects with Shed again. They have shown, some interest. They've sent me a couple of projects which I will share with you all. And I think it's a really good project, the one that they've sent me recently. And also local projects, which I will talk about in a minute.
Martha, I would encourage you to consider, especially with SHED, the idea of a global grant, because there's a lot of money to the district designated funds. When that comes back to the district, 50% comes back. Only 25% of that goes toward district grants. The other 25% goes toward the World Fund, which helps to fund global grants.
Yeah.
And although there are some projects that have been identified for that, I would encourage you, if it's a project of $30,000 or more, to consider for a little bit more work, but
yes, no, I agree, and that's why I want to work closely with the district, because I want to propose maybe a couple of projects that we can join other clubs together to do.
So our chair for global grants is Bob Wilson. Bob Wilson, he's a great person to start with in terms of ideation, but also Cam is our foundation chair.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's another good person.
Yeah, I will be in touch with them. And it build goodwill and better friendships. Better friendships is what we're looking for. Okay, so these are just few ideas that I want to put forward. Member spotlights. So now since we have 4 meetings every month, or I want to do the 3rd meeting as a member spotlight. And again, it'll be via Sign Up Genius, where we have 2 members talk about themselves and what they do, and just reintroduce everybody to our members, which we've kind of lost a little bit. But hopefully people can, we have 29 members, so we have enough people to talk about themselves and what they do, and maybe even for business, people who want to promote their business. I know the younger ones do, and we do have a few younger ones, so we want to know what they do.
Club in that as well, because I feel like I don't really know a lot of the members of the Impact Club.
I'd love to, but I think the problem is the timing. It's trying to get the
They like want to come to one meeting and share about themselves.
Or even recording.
Yeah,
That's true, that's true.
We used to record, these presentations when I was in our Dilworth club.
or if they can
They
zoom
want to
in.
be a part of everything, but unfortunately for them, they're not local to the Dilworth
Yeah.
area. Most of them live kind of on the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
Or they're working more of your 9 to 5, and like the earliest the majority of our members can do anything is 6:30 is what time I tell them to get somewhere, and we're talking like 7 o'clock, they're starting to roll in.
Yeah.
And you recorded then. So it may have to be like
Yeah, yeah.
Or
or
they
like
could
a
do
weekend
zoom in.
project or weekend, social, there's still only a couple of
Whatever's
them that
convenient for
can
them.
Zoom even.
Even, yeah. Oh,
Things such as the pool party, that's what it exactly was designed for originally, was to get the impact club and then invite you guys so that y'all can interact. So just get yourself a bottle of Geritol and come out at night and stay up past your bedtime.
yes.
They still.
Again, and this is the second part of the socials, is that I want to incorporate one social a month, and it could be anything. And I guess Hugh and Barbara are kicking it off in September, and I'll send out a sign-up genius. We just need maybe 9 members to host, one party in their house on a Saturday of their choosing. And I'm open to it. I'll definitely have one social in my house, and I'll send out a sign up. Yes, and so we have all our holiday parties, all of that decided well in advance who's going to host what. But also that we're going to have the socials every month. And here's the other thing I'd like to do, and this would happen in the next few weeks when the weather is still warm or when we come closer to the end of next year, is that having the picnics that we had in our Dilworth garden. And that was really a fun time. That's when I joined, and I actually enjoyed being outside and talking to people and eating, and it was a fun time for people to be outside. This may be a different thing, but I was thinking we'd do a yoga class on one of our meetings,
I prefer boo-boo.
What was that?
Boo-boo.
Boo boo? What's that? Yogi? So I
Some of us remember. Some of us.
have a friend, and it could be just a program as well, where she would do chair yoga, that we sit in our own chairs, and we do the yoga. So she'd be happy to come out, and I think I'm going to incorporate that in one of our meetings. So that's the interactive part of the speaker of the the programs that I want to have, the interactive programs. And maybe we do meet at the museum for one of our things. Why not? Whoever can come out. It's going to be a change of place or of pace, whatever. And we're going to celebrate people's birthdays. We're going to get everybody's things down, and we're going to celebrate people's birthdays for that month. It would be one celebration, but it would be that. So we're going to implement that as well.
Margaret, if you decide to have something at the Met Museum,
Right.
everyone would appreciate an opportunity to visit the area where Rotary International presidents have planted trees at the Met Museum.
On Randolph?
Including, yes,
Yeah.
including Paul Harris. There are about 7 or 8 trees that have been planted by Rotary International presidents. And it's just so cool to see those stones in the ground, the plaques commemorating those tree plantings. So if we can swing something at the Met Museum, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we could make, one meeting at the Met Museum, and it's not too far. Or even the one uptown is very interesting.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and fun projects, and I was look into Romy for the tree planting. Maybe we make it an event for the entire club instead of a volunteer. I mean, it is a volunteer project, but it actually for maybe at a meeting time, maybe we can discuss that further. Yeah, we could coordinate or we could do it on our own, you know.
Interestingly, both Charlotte and Charlotte North, they typically have these tree plantings this year, part of their district planning process, but neither apply for it this year. So there's definitely opportunity.
Yeah. And then we're gonna continue with our weekly diaper bank, volunteer opportunities, and Med-Assist. Oh yeah. And here's one more thing in engaging members. We are also looking for members, and this was an idea that came up at PETS many times, is that every member brings one speaker for the year. You know, even if we can get that's 29 members, that's 29 speakers. We want you to suggest one and maybe follow up with that person to I'll have the sign up genius again of when you can do that, but I'd love it if you could get somebody that you want to, listen to. All right. So the projects, I do wanna again lean on the environmental side of things a lot since it's a passion for me and I'm hoping it will be passion for everybody because it affects everybody. It's that environment. And this is just an idea, but I want to make a certificate, a pledge of sorts that people would sign up. And this, I want to take it further beyond our club, is that they pledge not to use single-use plastic and to take their own grocery bags to go shopping anywhere, even to the mall. So it's a pledge that we're making and we hold ourselves responsible as Rotarians. Rotarians take the pledge to not use plastic, or at least single use. You know, Howard is already shaking his head, but I'm, encouraging people to carry their own bags. I know we can discuss this further on. Um,
I mean, I don't know where this would fit, whether you have local district grants or not, but it would be interesting to roll that out to the district, the pledge for no single use and use your own grocery bags. And then we give them our grocery bag as a, if you sign this pledge,
right.
we'll give you this grocery bag and roll it out to the entire district.
You can certainly do it. It doesn't have to be anything the district initiates. It can be initiated by you.
Promoted from the
Yeah.
district.
You said you want to roll
If I-
this out beyond the club. What I would
Yes.
ask you to do is to put this in writing. I will include it in the next district
Yeah.
newsletter. You put it out there, give me a picture of the bag and say, if you sign up for this pledge, the Dilworth Rotary Club will provide your club with X number of bags. We'll do one for each of your members who agrees to sign up to the
Yeah.
pledge. Kind of a challenge.
It's a challenge. And in fact, Chris, I was talking to Chris about it, and he's like, we should make it a game. Which club can get the most members to sign up for the pledge?
Yeah.
That's
bringing that area of focus home. It's not a difficult thing.
Exactly. It's not like give up meat,
I've got 20 reusable bags in the back of my car right now.
Exactly.
Every time
It's
I
not
go
hard.
I got one of those bags.
I take used worn out bags to the mall too. I put all my stuff in them.
Yep.
And of course, the river cleanup project is another project that the district is, and we would love to support it. Again, the tree planting And the plastic collection drive, this is where we would collect. So I'm hoping that we can get, the stuff that the city doesn't take in their recycling bins, the plastic bags and things that you're saving and hoping to take over someday to the recycling. I want to collect that, have a drive to collect all those things, and from your neighbors, from everybody who've, got an overflow of grocery bags in their house, and I'd go to the recycling. I'd take it myself if I have to. But there are companies that they come and then they collect all your other plastics as well.
You can also donate things to the innovation barn, where they will use it for other projects, they turn.
We should have a meeting at the end of it.
Yeah, that would actually be a great interactive meeting as an innovation barn.
Yep.
They do a little tour, there's a cafe there that we could get some snacks and food and things, but.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I'm,
And they're local.
yeah, and I'm gonna be, I think, meeting with them soon, so
Can you
yeah.
get that going? All right,
That'll be one of my
awesome.
projects.
What if you try to convince other companies to start using paper bags instead of plastic bags?
Publix
You
does
can email
that.
them.
Again, grants, I'd like to use, put in a grant for the shed project, and maybe it would be a global grant, like Kevin said. Service projects, same, like I said, the diaper bag, med assist, street cleaning, and the Salvation Army bell ringing. District projects, I'm gonna support the district projects.
Two quick things on the district projects.
Yeah.
The first one is, the river cleanup is gonna be October the 5th. That will be a district-wide project, where we will be cleaning the Catawba. But in addition to that, there are opportunities for clubs to have sensors installed on the Catawba that are really outside of the Mecklenburg County area. There's one type of sensor that allows you to do river monitoring, to gauge the cleanliness of the river for swimming. That's a $500 price on that, so you get your name associated with that. There are more complicated monitoring processes that are involved too, that cost about $15,000. What I'm encouraging clubs to do is collaborate with other clubs to sponsor one of those water monitoring systems that are essential to maintaining ecosystems within the Catawba. Catawba touches on 9 of our 14 counties in our district directly, and it impacts every single county, all 14 of our counties. But October 5th, that's the day for the cleanup. That's when we want to get as much turnout as possible. That's for the river project. For Samaritan's Feet, we have an opportunity to identify Title I schools, buy shoes for these Title I school students. And this is such a powerful, powerful program. I volunteered at Samaritan's Feet. Charlotte International has been volunteering there for years. But they run a wonderful operation. They've shipped shoes to over 100 different countries in the world and to every state in this country. What this project will do is if we buy 1,000 pair of shoes for Title I students, we will be able to have those shoes delivered on the same day for every Title I school student. And $5 of that $30 contribution, that's the cost, goes toward purchasing a pair of EVA Croc shoes for kids in Africa through identified distributors. So we're really getting 2 pair of shoes for the price of 1. We're having a local impact and a global impact. So I've got I got an email from Nate Kramer in Union County. He's with the Union West Club. They want to commit to doing 500 pair of shoes for every Title I student in their area, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, awesome.
What if you donate?
And I mean, here's another idea. I'd like to host 2 students this year, just for the. We would host 1, right, Chris? Yes, the Rotary Youth Exchange. because I actually wanted to do that when I was younger and just, out of 10th grade, but my parents didn't let me. But I thought it was friends of mine did it and they loved it. One of them went to Canada, the other one went to Italy, I think. And they had a great time, and it's a great way to like encourage global understanding in a way, right? Um, and of course, we'll do the Polio Plus contribution that we've been doing and the annual fund contribution.
Just want to let you know, the Impact Club is doing Catawba cleanup, so that'll be another one. That'll be
Okay,
good, like
cool.
the-
Is that the same time, October 5th or? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a
Our club
good.
was really excited about that one. Everyone wanted to be part of that one, even some of the members that have had trouble kind of getting them involved, they would even want to come to that one, so.
And that would be great, even if our members can just be there, not really clean up. But I mean, if it's too much like, hands on, then if they can't do it, then we can have a picnic or something for our club, a meeting. Yeah, we should do that. Maybe that's our picnic. Are you leaving? Bye, Kelly.
Yeah, Marcia, if you don't mind, I am going to, our current youth exchange coordinator, Scott Reynolds, he's at the shelter club. He's not going to be doing it next year. We'll take it over. But, we have a need for someone to be the coordinator for the district, first of all. But secondly, I just wanted to say how much that means when we can get someone to be a youth exchange host. It's only for 3 months, 4 months maybe max. They typically have 3 to 4 host families that the kids associated with. And it is the most rewarding experience ever. Jenny and I did it 3 times. We had a student from Argentina, one from Brazil, and one from Paraguay. They are life-changing experiences. Even though our kids were old and grown, it didn't matter. These kids have their own lives. They don't really need you, except for there's a place to lay their heads, and maybe some days to take them to school. That's it. It's a very, very, very low involvement.
Yeah.
Just need a place to call home for that time of year. There's nothing, absolutely nothing more precious than taking care of someone else's child. There is nothing more worthwhile. So thank you for your willingness.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Moving on. Will it be fun? My focus for this year. Will it be fun? It will be. All right. So fundraisers, like I said, I want to have a small fundraiser, whatever we can do, um, for every project that we do that we need to give money for. And also the fundraisers themselves, I want them to be fun for us to have as well and not too much work. Like I don't want to just make it work for everybody. I want it to be fun, and we're also raising money for our projects, for our interests, and it could be small things. And some of the fundraising ideas was, and I talked to Ranjit as well, and we were discussing this, that we could have host a music show that could be, maybe we sell tickets for $5, whatever, that we could tell our friends to come and, have a nice evening and then also contribute to whatever project that we're going to do for that. Could be trivia night, could be a movie night. A movie night here, I don't know how it would work here, but I have done this in the past in India, where we actually buy a bulk of um, tickets at the AMC at any theater at cost price, and we sell it to other people at a higher price. Obviously, we're going to take permission from the people at the theater, but it would be an off night, and you could invite your friends, and it would just be a fun movie night with you and your friends, and you're paying maybe a little bit of a premium for blocking the night or whatever. Obviously, the Dilworth Jubilee We're gonna again try and partner with the Dilworth Association, the Housing Association, and wine tasting. Maybe, again, like the socials that we're having in our friends, in our club members' homes could become a small fundraiser. It could just be as simple as what last year where they auctioned off one bottle of wine and somebody bought it for $12,000. So, yeah, at the Pets, it was camp. It was? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was rigged, but hey, wow, you didn't have to tell me that. I wish you hadn't told me
I
that.
know there's a couple of them, but not very many.
Again, for the programs and socials, like I said, we want to make it interactive, do the member spotlight. Members sign up to host the social, and we do a social with an activity like the yoga or going to the museum or something like that. So that would be the activity. And oh, and here's the other thing. I've put all members on a committee. Every member here is on a committee. Uh, so I'm going to send out the list of which committee you've been assigned to. And if you want to change, I mean, obviously it's no obligation. It's whatever. If you want to drop out of that committee, that's fine. I don't want to force it. But right now, I've put everybody on a committee, and I've sort of thought of it a little bit on who I've put on which committee. So, I mean, maybe I didn't think it right, but I've kind of clubbed people in different committees that they could, get together and do something about that. So, I'll be sending out the committee members list.
Sorry, did you put that in the DAC?
Huh?
Is it in DAC?
It is in DACDB. It is in DACDB. Okay. And that's it. That's my vision.
I applaud your vision. Yeah, thank you. This is more than visionary. It's revolutionary, especially your emphasis on the environment. I truly appreciate that. Because frankly, as we're looking to attract newer members, the environment is something that resonates with our young folks. It does. I mean, they get it. They absolutely understand the importance of preserving our environment. So, thank you for doing that. I also just wanted to point out November the 8th, please mark your calendars. That is the foundation banquet celebration. It will be held for the first time ever in Gastonia. We do have Rotary International President Stephanie Yurchik will be there. She's going to be planting a tree at the Mint Museum earlier that day. But we're going to have her in Gastonia for that event. She will be accompanied by our own international director for Zone 33 and 34, Patrick Eaves. So Patrick will be here, as well as Stephanie. It will be a wonderful event. We're going to have about 300 spaces available. Laurel Morris is the AG in Gaston County, who's handling everything for me from a foundation banquet perspective, but she's assembled a committee of about 20 people, including Allison Burkett from the Queen City Impact Club, to help us run this thing. So please be there. It'll be probably your only chance to see Stephanie as our current incoming, or as our current president.
Current president, yeah, current.
What time?
Probably 6 o'clock. It'll probably be 6 to 9. Because unfortunately it's Gastonia, and getting to Gaston County on a Friday night is a journey. You probably have to leave on Thursday, but it's not fun.
85 is a nightmare.
Leave early, yes, leave early. It'll be worth it though. We're actually gonna cases of polio present in Gaza right now because of the ongoing conflict. So one more reason why we have to make every effort we can to eradicate polio, because it will crop up when there are instances of conflict like this. But it also speaks to the necessity for peace and harmony as well. So, Jim, thanks for sharing. I said that to Thompson as well.
Okay, so next week we're meeting back here next Friday, and we can move on to the raffle. I see there's just one ticket in there.
David's name,
Oh no, there's several. Okay. Pick one.
You're the picker, you're the picker of the raffle
You're
ticket.
the picker today.
Delegated.
Can I spin?
You can swing it if you want, you can do
Both
it,
of
you can do
you.
whatever you want. You're the spinner, you can do what you want. Pick it up, let me put this back down, open it up, open it back in. I want to give it one more spin because of that one falling off. Oh, see? Ah, they're all together. This is not good. Wait a minute, one on the floor. Got them all. There you go.
Mm,
That's good. All right, there you go. Read the last three digits, last three numbers.
4, 6, 7.
4, 6, 7.
Here, right?
The last.
4, 6, 7.
You did. Did you win?
Yes, it is.
I think this part needs to be renamed. David's going to be a winner. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in today, and also my family for supporting me. And yeah, let's all sign up for the four-way ties. All the things we think, say, or do.
It's the truth. We're all concerned. Build better friendships. Be beneficial to all concerned. Will be divine.
Meeting adjourned.
Oh, wait.
Yes.